Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's episode, or this week's episode I should say, is going to be pretty cool. Today we're going to be installing a Dynojet PowerVision 4 on sharkbait. I've talked about tuning not a lot on this channel. I should talk about it more. It is a pretty important modification to, I wouldn't even really call it a modification. It's just something that needs to happen on your motorcycle the second you start messing with exhaust and your intake. Fuel mapping is one of those kind of controversial things. Do you need it? Do you really not need it? I am of the school of thought that you should probably do it if you're going to be investing thousands of dollars into modifications onto a motorcycle that you have already spent a lot of money on. It's cheap insurance to make sure that your engine isn't getting too hot, it's getting the right fuel air mixture. So let's get into it. Just one of those things that I think you don't really know what you are missing until you have it. Rob on this channel, all of his bikes, he's always adjusted the fuel mapping to match the parts that he has on his motorcycle, and he swears by him. My brother swears by it, and my brother's a master Harley technician, so I tend to lean on the side of, yes, you do need it. It's not a scam or a sham or anything like that. So Dynojet PowerVision 4. So in the box, here it is. Pretty easy. Plug and play. You will need the app if you are planning to do this same tuner on your motorcycle. Nice little box. So let's get it on the motorcycle. I'm pretty sure the first thing I'm going to need to do is pull my saddlebags. So let's do that. When you guys pull your saddlebags off, make sure you have a nice protective thing that they can sit on, or I have these carpet squares that I got from Home Depot for my garage, and that's where my saddlebags go. Really easy. I've seen a lot of guys have like these really intricate racks that they put them on, and those are pretty cool. But if you have a nice little padded section in your garage that you can put them on, no big deal, or even like a beach towel. So like I said, you're gonna need the app on your phone to have any type of meaningful interaction with this device on your motorcycle.
You can scan the code.
Why?
Because the code takes you to the app.
That's 2 apps today. Yeah, got apps for everything, you know?
It's pretty cool. It even has step-by-step instructions on how to get it on your bike. I don't know why I took off the right-hand side saddlebag. I didn't need to. Maybe I'm a sucker for, you know, things looking even. So, the thing I'm after is right underneath this. This always makes me nervous pulling these things off. Mind how dirty it is, or don't mind how dirty it is, but this is what you're after. You need to unplug this and plug the tuner in its place. And then try to find a way to tuck all that in there nice and easy like. Maybe something like that. Now the rest of the steps are going to be on your phone, on the app. I've hit scan now that my bike is on, and it is trying to find it right now. It is now connecting to my ECU, and it says that there is a firmware update required. So we're gonna go ahead and update. It says, do not unplug your device or disconnect your phone during the firmware update process. While that update is happening, let's talk about what I expect to see out of this tuner. So the whole reason I'm getting this tuner on this motorcycle is to ensure that my bike is running happy and healthy for as long as possible. I really want this bike to last me a very long time. And a key component in doing that is proper fuel air mixture. Now, if I would have left the bike stock, which I can't do, but if I was gonna leave the bike stock, wouldn't really need to worry about it. The factory tune is perfect for all the factory components. Well, I just changed out all of the factory components that are related to this bike's fuel map. So naturally, I want to do it. And the reason why I went with Dynojet's PowerVision 4 is because that is the same tuner and license that the shop that I'm going to go dyno this bike at uses as well. So if you have the tuner already, you already kind of got out ahead of it. Fuel Moto is who I ordered this through, and I put in, when I ordered the tuner, I put in all of the parts that I've added to the motorcycle that are related to this, and they went ahead and they actually shipped it to me with a fuel map already on it. So when I go to flash my bike, I'll already have one of their maps that I can start with and see if I like it. And then if I want to tweak it or add to it, I can do the auto tune feature. But I won't be able to show you that until the weather gets a little bit nicer, and then I'll be able to auto tune it and show you guys how to do that. All right, firmware updated successfully. Everyone's happy. So there's the connected vehicle. There's my VIN, there's the all the things, the tune compatibility. So we're connected. It's pretty cool. From what I read, Dynojet really is, and Fuel Moto is really second to none when it comes to customer service and compatibility and all that stuff. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna read the ECU. This will read data stored in your ECU. The files that are read from the ECU are for diagnostic and development purposes only. This is the one that I got sent to me by Fuel Moto. I just found the exact tune. I'm not gonna show you the screen because it's got my personal email and all that kind of stuff on there, so I'm not gonna do that. So this is the tune that they sent me. So it has a little function on the bottom, says flash tune. ECU has not been read. Oh, I have to perform an ECU read, yes. So now it is reading my bike's ECU. This stuff is pretty crazy. Oh, things are happening. If you guys heard that, it actually just made a noise on my motorcycle. Okay, now it says upload stock file to save your ECU stock calibration. Upload. It uploaded successfully. Claim device token. Yeah, you have to do that. Flash tune battery must be fully charged or connected to a charger. Well, we're actually gonna plug it into the tender. 1 second. Okay, so the bike is ready to get flashed. It says, warning, battery must be fully charged or connected to charger. Current battery voltage, do not tamper with the vehicle during this process at all prompts. Would you like to flash the bike? Yes. So now it is transferring the flash, or the tune that Fuel Moto built for me, to the motorcycle. The bike's going through all sorts of different cycles right now. My phone screen is cracked. That's obnoxious. Okay, so it says flash completed. Please turn key off for at least 10 seconds to reset the ECU. We're gonna wait 10 seconds. So now it flashed. 1 second. It says the last tune flashed. It even has all that information on it. It's got my VIN, it's got all my ECU information. pretty sure we're good, guys. Oh yeah, the other really cool part about the Dynojet PowerVision 4 is it's got an ECU reader, or I should say it can read your codes if you ever throw a code. All right, guys, so I plugged the tuner in. I flashed my motorcycle with the tune that Fuel Moto sent me. I had one code. It was for an ABS fault. Cleared it. It completely went away. And it took me a second to figure out how to do that. But now that the bike has been flashed, the tuner is on, you can go ahead and put your side cover back on and your saddlebags back on. So let's do that. My last bike, my Electric Glide, I had these, one sec, that's kind of loud. My last motorcycle, the Electric Glide, I had the Quick Connect, the little quarter turn saddlebag attachments. And while they were really convenient, every once in a while when you were riding, I could hear them like rattle. So I'm gonna stick with the stock attachments for that. But yeah, there you have it. That's how you install a Dynojet PowerVision 4 on a touring motorcycle. As I ride the motorcycle, I will give you guys my impressions. But stick around. Hopefully the weather's gonna clear up and I'll show you what it looks like on the bike. So, Dynojet PowerVision 4. The tune that Fuel Moto the tune that Fuel Moto put on this thing when I told them what I had and they sent it, it's a pretty big difference from stock fuel mapping. It's got a lot of low-end torque, whereas before I did not. When you when you dump the clutch and you get on it, it's a pretty big difference. I wasn't expecting to feel as big of a difference as I am, so I'm pretty excited about that. But we're gonna take this thing out on the freeway, see how she does. That was my dad. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, she gets it. Damn. When you feel it hit the power band, it really just wants to take off on you. That's pretty incredible. I'm pretty stoked about that. But anyways, yeah, they say that you're supposed to do your 20-minute auto-tune session, flash your ECM, you know, which requires to turn your bike off, wait 10 seconds, turn it back on, and then you're supposed to see how it does. And if you're noticing any decel pop or dead spells, like where if you're certain areas in your RPM that just have no power, or you feel like your power is gone, then you're supposed to do some more auto-tune sessions. And they say that generally speaking, 3 20-minute auto-tune sessions on the Dynojet PowerVision is a-okay and good enough. But let me tell you, I think Fuel Moto basically nailed it right out of the box. When you buy, again, I've already talked about it earlier in this episode, but when you put in all of your accessories and performance parts that you've installed on your motorcycle, I mean, I guess, yeah, no shit, no kidding, because I guess these guys know what they're doing. The bike just feels great, feels healthy. I don't know. Power is there when I need it. Second gear is a little lacking, but third gear, it just goes. So I might do a couple of auto-tune sessions, but like I said, with how I'm feeling, with how this bike has been performing, with the fuel map that they gave me, pretty set. And I really am loving these hand guards. This one still needs to get picked up a little bit. I've noticed that this one, my right hand side handguard, looks like it's a little bit higher up than this one. So I might need to roll this cluster a little bit further. Then I already made one adjustment to it. I might have to do it again. I don't know. It's probably fine. Yes, so between the tuner and my new highway pegs, how I have those set up, and I've gone on a couple of rides with these new Arlen S highway pegs, and I think I've got them perfectly positioned and tuned to what I like. If I wasn't coming up to a stoplight, I'd show you guys what I mean. Now the only thing left to do before riding season really kicks off is do an oil change and do some final adjustments on my headlights. And we'll be in it to win it, guys. Yeah, like kind of like what I was talking about with the episode that came out a little bit ago, which is top 6 Harley modifications and why people do them. In that video, I talked about how if you're a part of like Facebook groups, then like the #1 question that everyone always asks is how high can you go on handlebars without needing cable extensions? And the second question that everyone always asks is, do you need a tuner? And it's not that these questions are bad. Sorry, my fuel mileage is gonna go down, I feel, because that just feels too good when you when we really give her the beans. But anyways, it's not bad to ask those questions. Some people act like it's bad when newcomers come into these groups and they ask these questions, and I've never really understood that. You should want people to ask questions. That's why they join Facebook groups. But anyways, I digress. So it's one of those things where it's like everyone always asks, do I need one? Well, you know, need is that's a difficult thing to define. Should you? Yes, absolutely you should. You start messing with the air going in and the air going out with other parts and accessories. These fuel injected bikes, they're already lean from the factory. And then you start increasing the amount of air to your motor. It's like, yeah, you should probably get your fuel mapping adjusted to not, you know, overheat the bike. But, you know, that's just my 2 cents. Alright guys, I gotta run in here real quick. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. So, like I said, I'm not... I don't know if I'm gonna do an auto tune, because when you auto tune it, you have to select a tune to start with, like a base map. And if I start with the one that they give me, I might have to ask them to send it to me again, because once you flash it, it alters that map forever. So I don't know if I want to do an auto tune session. This bike is running so good right now. Throughout this riding season, I'll keep you guys updated if I do plan on doing an auto tune session. But as of right now, I am super stoked with how this bike is running with the map that they provided me. No wonder my sleeves are cold, or my arms. I didn't zip up my jacket. It's not bad. Let's see if I can zip these up. There's one. There's 2. All right, everyone's happy. But anyways, I'm sitting there last night. I'm just kind of sitting, on my couch watching some YouTube, and I came across one of my videos. My video got recommended to me, which is hilarious, and so I watched it. It was one of my older videos, and it was cool because it was the video of like right before I went to Sandpoint, and I watched the Sandpoint prep video, and then naturally I was like, well, now I have to watch the our Sandpoint trip. So I watched the Sandpoint showdown trip with Mitch, Connor, Rob, and myself, as well as Mitch's dad went with us. And it was just really, something cool to sit there and be able to relive those memories. And I can only do that because I have a YouTube channel. So, and then not waiting for that light. And then it reminded me of when, so I was active duty Air Force. I was security forces deployed to Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan in 2009. And a bunch of the guys on the team had these digital cameras, and they were taking so many photos. I don't know. It just felt weird to me to be deployed and be taking all these pictures. And I thought it was silly until I got back. And then I went to Baghdad, and then I got back, and then I got out of the military, and now my children want to see pictures of me when I was in the military. And of course there's, you know, due to Facebook, people tag you in photos when they take them of you, but those are basically the only ones I can show them, or the ones that other people took. And I really regret it, man. I really should have taken more photos. I wish I would have purchased the photo set from basic military training and then my tech school, and then I really wish I would have had a digital camera overseas. But alas, I did not. So I don't have that like record, and I'm losing a lot of my like, you know, time goes on. You don't remember as much as time goes on as you get older, and I don't really have, I'm sure, a lot of the memories that all those guys do, because they were documenting everything. And you know, it sucks when you're out. When you're in, you hate it and you want to get out. But when you're out, you miss it. You know, you miss the people, you miss the monkeys, not the circus, you know. But I wish I would have had a camera. Wish I would have taken more photos and just kind of reveled in it a little bit more. Here's my wife's old Jeep. But anyways, so that brings me to the YouTube channel. You know, this YouTube channel is giving that to me of now. You know, I've had it coming up for a year. March 3rd of 2026 will be 1 year of me on YouTube, which is insane. I mean, it just seems like yesterday I was uploading my first couple of videos, but 1 year's in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna do a big 1 year video, a look back on the last year and all the trips we've gone on. But yeah, I'm glad I'm documenting now, you know, as opposed to never. But plenty more to come. So shark bait is just about done. I only got one more modification on her that I really want to do, that's an actual modification. You know, I'll probably be buying little bits and bobs for it here and there, probably for the entire time I own the bike. But really, modifications, I only got one left, guys, and it's suspension. I've done all 5 now of the top 5 that people do a lot, and I'm down to the last one, which is suspension, which will be coming this summer. I will be putting some O-leans on this thing, probably with the gold, the STX Pro with the gold reservoirs, kind of accent the amber headlight I got up front. But yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, I'm over the moon with how Dynojet has made my bike feel. Feels like a whole different bike with that tune on it. It's ridiculous. I should have taken the freeway home. It's funny, in this area, that car wash back there normally isn't very busy until about April. You know. But spring is here, guys. Look at this. Spring is here. I say that, and I know that next week is actually going to be really cold. It's going to be dropping into almost single digits, which normally it's that cold for 2 straight months. But next week we're supposed to be getting some pretty cold temperatures coming. So, but then it's supposed to be picking right back up. So spring is here. Spring is here, everybody. Yeah, and I'm loving these highway pegs, man. They're rubber, so they like grip my boot. I don't feel like I'm having to constantly put tension on my feet up against them so that my feet don't fall off. It's got this like super coarse rubber texture on them. They're pretty great. And they're close enough to my body that I can do that just fine. But anyways, that's my that's tuning, guys. Sharkbait is tuned. She's got a new fuel map. She is running ship shape, tip top. Let me know. I know Mozak, I know you got the shoot, Vance and Hines I don't remember what theirs is called, but I know that Mozak's got the Vance and Hines, the one that Bluetooths to his phone like mine. Trying to think. I know I talked to Midweston, and he said that he was going to be doing some a tuner on his bike, his Road King, soon. Let me know what you guys have. Let me know if you guys tuned your bike, and if you did, what kind of tuner you put on it and how you like it. This thing rips, guys. So again, thank you for stopping by to watch my video. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to click on my videos. You guys got to keep the shiny side up and that rubber side down, and go on more rides. Bundle up if you have to. Make America ride motorcycles again. See you guys when I see you.